Ale.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt? God bless.
Lord be with you.
Do you know Henrik at all?
He started going out with our monk a while ago, but we put a stop to it. In short, he's not exactly the kind of fella I want in my family.
Why? Did he do something to you?
I don't want him whisking Manka away, so we never see her again. His parents came here shortly after that terrible plague. They had 3 sons. Henyi.
I haven't.
Well, you couldn't have met. Both of them left. I'm telling, one of these days, he's going to pack up. He's even got... You should try that on him.
This reputation system. All you have to do is just agree with everything they say, everything an NPC. You're going to be a very reputable person. Don't say anything an NPC wouldn't like. Don't say no. That's about it. Black and white, it might as well not exist.
You have a beautiful maypole. Does that mean life here is just as beautiful?
Aye, we're doing pretty well. And our fellas guard that maypole well.
But if they're guarding it, who's doing the other work?
That's why they take turns. Our El Sheik was guarding it not long ago, but now the neighbors, at least he doesn't have the...
Is Al-Sheik your son?
Hi, he's our boy. Ask him about... See you soon, my friend.
What's new around here?
One of the local shepherd's sheep wandered off into Apollonia. When he went to look for it, he came across far north, past Apollonia.
What's next?
Just imagine. Some footpad tricked a bunch of charcoal burn. Their camp is in the forest near...
What's that footpad's name?
They call him Handsome Char...
What's next?
Nothing new. It's quiet here.
That shepherd, Al-Sheik, is he your son?
Aye, that's my boy. He's going to be really important one day. But now it's his turn to look up...
That's a beautiful maypole you have there.
They sure... Them Geliovites try to steal it. Why are you so interested?
I know from experience how hard it is to guard a maypole like that. I used to stand guard myself.
Well, there you go. Then I'm sure you know what it's like to be envied by everyone around. And if someone had bad intentions, and that's the one thing he's...
I wanted to ask about Henrik.
What about him?
Did he do something to you? Sounds like you're not exactly fond of him.
Aye, I'm not. He's been getting on my nerves. I'm afraid he'll mess with her head. And
Where did they go?
what do I know? I wouldn't mind if someone went and beat the
You're not the first.
I reckon Voy It's good to see you, my friend.
What's new around here?
Nothing new. It's quiet here. It was good to see you, my friend.
Hail.
How's Alshik?
Tuh, how do you think?
What do you mean?
Oh, you know.
Well, that's nice.
That's
a beautiful mate.
Ours is. Except,
Why is he worried?
he has to keep watch over it at night. Henrik pulled.
Henrik?
He's my.
Complicated?
Well, since you. My parents forbid us, so we have to meet, which is impossible.
Well, what if some...
I'd like.
We'll see.
Take care then.
I apologize.
Take care for now. You have enough on you?
Good morning, lad.
I heard you could use a helping hand at the forge.
That's true. My last two hands. What do they call you?
Henry?
I'm Radovan. You should know Henry. The blacksmithing...
Yeah? My father was a swordsmith.
For the nobility, eh? Well, I was just about to start...
We'll get to work straight.
Hold your horses. You could forge me a hunting sword as a test, so I can see if you can make a straight blade.
Sure thing.
Great. Find some iron.
Iron?
You can't make a sword, but if you don't have your own stuff, you can get everything. I'm sorry. Go over to the anvil and let's get started. Furnace is cold now. Give it a practice try. Some things, like swords, are too long to fit in the fire. You have to heat it up. Try poking it around for a bit. Now get the furnace nice and hot. There's a lever above you. Give it a pull. It works better. Be able to tell when it's in the fire. You have to take it out from time to time and take a look. Try it out. See? It's the color of straw, which is what you want. And you heated the whole thing up. Nicely done. Now you can go straight to the anvil. Try moving the sword along the anvil so you can get the hang of it. Now take the hammer and try hitting it a few times. See the sparks? That's the sign of a good strike. The more sparks, the better. Also, you can hammer with different degrees of power. A stronger hit will do more, but it'll tire you out faster. Try giving it a few blows, as hard as you can, so I can see how strong you are. That's got a nice ring to it. Of course, if it was all about hitting an anvil with a hammer, any dolt could do it. You've got to hammer the workpiece evenly. One hit next to the other. Very nice. You're doing just fine. But when I say evenly, I mean it. A sword has two sides, like a lot of other things, including myself. Turn it over and continue on the other side. Nice. Now try forging it on both sides. The closer it is to being finished, the more it will take on the shape you want. It'll cool off soon anyway. It's cooled now. You can't do it all in one go. You've got to put it back in the furnace from time to time. Sometimes you've got to go there and back all day. But it's all part of the craft. Now, get back to the forge and heat it all up again, like before. The whole thing is heated up now, so come over to the anvil. That. Besides the spark, you can tell a good strike by the sound it makes. Well struck. That's the ring you want. See how it's taking on the right shape? That's how you can tell it's almost finished. Now, I've got a piece of advice for you. Hammer to a rhythm. When I hammer a piece to a beat, the work goes by easier. Sometimes I'll whistle to myself to keep the rhythm going. There you go. You've got it finished. All that's left is to temper it, and the sword will be done. The rest is just tweaking. Right. Let's have a look. Very nice work. Your father taught you the trade well.
He'd certainly be happy to hear that.
If you carry on hammering as well as you did today, you've definitely... It's all about making sure every... That's why you can't let it get cold. If you work evenly. Got that?
How do I know a good
By the sparks that fly. It rings out with a different sound when you do.
What's the right way to...
Do it till it turns the color of straw. Ideally, the main thing is, don't work it cold, but don't overheat it either. As soon as sparks start...
How will I know it's...
Notice the shape. The closer you are to finish...
Thanks.
You can sleep in the chamber by the woodshed. And of course, you can use the forge. Any question?
Where can I get...
You can buy some essential, but if you want to make a fancy sword with lots, this is just a village, you know.
What can I do with the items?
Well, you could sell them, though you probably won't have much luck.
Where exactly is my...
At the side of the house, there are 2 doors and a wheelbarrow between them. And you can put your things in the chest there.
What now?
What do you think? You're not going to be idle. You're pretty good at swords. But what... Right. Here are some simple drawings that show what you can get down...
Just like that?
Sacre, lad. I chose you. You take care of the... Once you've made some coin... What'll it be then?
I'd like to learn...
What is this?
One can never know enough about black...
Fine, but it'll take some time.
And what sort of work do you...
There's this fella who's a thorn in my side. I...
What is it? I'm listening.
His name is Tomcat. He's a swordsman. I met him at the tavern once, and I promised, so it has to be made of Damascus.
That isn't exactly a...
God's nails. That's just the thing. This is about honor.
How do you hope to make it?
Relax, lad. There's this old hermit called Ambrose.
And he can pray for it.
God's nails, let me... The word is, he was fighting heathens years ago in far away, and folks say they saw that from the description. It seems our...
Welded Spanish steel?
See now?
Naturally.
They say that Ambrose the people from far and... I even heard.
What strange goings on?
I heard something in the tavern about some...
Where can I find...
Do I look? I know he has a hut somewhere in...
Right. I'll try to find out...
Go and see Betty from the Troskovitz Tavern. She'll definitely tell him. But Henry, if there's any truth, the best sword in the world. Take care, friend.
Oh, what kind of pig was sitting here?
Greetings.
What's new around?
Nothing new. It's quiet. Careful.
I'll have a look. I'd like to discuss the...
Sure.
What would you say to...
That's more like...
I'll have a beer.
Aye. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Come here! Mutt!
What are you doing, you whistler?
Heel! Heel! Mutt!
You silly mutt.
Here, mutt!
Good boy. Good boy.
Greetings. What brings you here?
I talked to Manka. She mentioned you two are having some problems.
Well, if she already... Me and Manka love each other. They forbid her from... Now they're keeping close...
Well, they can't be watching her all the time, can they? Just go out late at night sometime.
We've done that a few times, but we can't now. There's no time. This year, they want to keep the maypole up until...
Listen, how about I stand watch in your stead for one night?
You do that for... Of course. All right, we have a deal.
You mentioned you and Henrik are having...
Well,
I talked to him. I'll take over guard duty for him.
well, that sounds... So how are we going to...
Tonight, when everyone's asleep, you'll sneak out and wait for Henrik. I'll take over his what?
All right, agreed. Tell him I'm looking forward.
Good news. Man...
We'll meet by the maypole.
Aye.
Good bloody night. Good day to you.
Mutt! Here, Mutt! You're my doggy, eh? All right, I'm here. You can go and see Manka.
Great.
My pleasure.
I won't forget this.
Ah, don't mention it. to find an axe somewhere.
Greetings.
I'd like to ask...
What more do you... God's name! Farewell.
Certainly. Have no fear.
Well, this one's gonna need some more work. This'll be done in no time. Whoa! Whoa! Come here! Good boy. Good boy.
You.
Christ, pardon me.
Say, I have this fancy maypole from
Good work. Someone was killed here, Henry. That's very, very bad.
I had no idea.
I promise you a reward, and I'm a man of but we won't be pulling any more tricks on the Tacovites. At least not now.
Understood.
What brings you here? Huh?
Why was it failed? Whatever.
You have a kind master, eh, doggy?
Greetings. What brings you here?
What's going on around?
We hold a fight club here.
I don't think that's...
As you wish. I also heard right where that lord. I reckon they want to see you.
What's next?
And that's pretty much.
Thanks, innkeeper.
Take care.
You silly doggy. Dating.
Here you go, hens. Eat up.
Careful.
Damn.
Careful.
God be with you.
Good day to you.
God bless.
I have the book for you.
Well, I must admit,
I had a peek inside. The pictures are nice, but what do you want to learn from them?
you'll find out soon enough. Show me that miraculous... This really... But why is it all covered in shit?
Let's just say this actually wasn't under it.
Oh, refining saltpeter. Well, the last...
So what now?
Charcoal. Sulfur from... As long as Black Bertolt didn't make any mistakes.
What Bertold? I'm tired of flying back and forth like a rag on a stick.
I won't be led around.
Believe it or not, all this, it's time. We'll meet with the other. You go ahead. I'm going to get a few things.
All right, then.
Stop that whistling. You're behaving like a child.
Whoa! Oh! Ka! Ka! Whoa! Whoa!
Yes?
What'll happen now?
Our last supper, with only one but very filling course.
Kreight, please.
And rob myself. Tell me yourself.
Like always.
He knows you now as well.
I do tend to do that, true enough. Bonnie will start today. At least I'll... Bonnie?
First of all, I'd like to thank you on behalf of the... Things didn't always go our way, and our gang has at least one... So, it's time we started being honest with you. So you can...
Not yet. Let's pull up that uppity bastard's leg a bit. That's the fun.
No, Z-Neck. First of all, I'd rather like them legs of his. And secondly, I think we've put him through This whole time, you've been collecting ingredients and... But, so you wouldn't go nosing around, we always told you it was for something...
The miller here calls it...
Tactics, you idiot. And everything worked out according to... With the help of...
Exactly, by...
Magnum opus. A great work of alchemy.
I see you've learned something after all. But no.
Let's see then, Henry.
Some kind of weapon?
Well, Henry's not too far from... Actually, he's pretty spot on. Let's start at the beginning. My father was a miller as well, but I was never much interested in the trade. Even as a young boy, I loved running around. And my mother, God rest her soul, as soon as I grew up and gained a bit of sense.
So you went to a university?
Why not? I met a lot of remarkable people at the university, but in the end, it only took a year of all that pretentious, scholarly blathering and hypocritic. Most of the students and masters are just a bunch of dogmatic fools, as was my case.
You left your studies?
And I'm glad I did. The most important science is not subject to any religious dogma. The art of combination and dissolution. I returned to the mill and
So you became a miller?
In the end, from then on, I brought a few important books.
That was pretty.
As you might expect, once I tried... I almost shit myself. I'd explode.
So I was right.
No, it's...
I couldn't continue my experiments on my...
So he initiated...
But we're just still...
And we used up...
By the way...
Only we didn't know correct proportions. And we found...
Some fella called Black Bertold.
Feuerwerkbuch.
We can believe our luck.
And you know...
It's a discovery that will... All it takes.
And what will happen now?
As I said, Black Bertold never... But now, we'll see with our own eyes.
I've heard enough. Now I want to see that with my own.
Let's do it.
Indeed, it...
Looks like it ain't working.
I'd say it works just fine.
This will change history.
What? I can't hear a thing. But I'd say it works just fine.
As long as you listen to me and keep the proportions right, you won't fuck me up.
It's the same problem as in the first game. You can learn everything. Same shit as in Fallout 4. You know, all kinds of weapons, all kinds of skills, etc., etc. Basically, you could do everything. There's no limits. You can be a knight one day, then change clothes, become a stealthy thief, and do all that in one playthrough. No reason.
Actually listen to you if my ears ever stop ringing! Oh, you pooch.